Silent of ball! Lakewood's doing it! They're gonna take it! He's gonna bring down 30. Alone with a double kill. Dropping fast. Monopoint's there. He's still alive! Wait 2 seconds left. He's going one side. He's going a second. He's taking it out. They're overtime on 3. They're all dead!
Hello everyone, welcome back. It's game number 2 of this best of 3 series here. The final day of the Summit 2 by G2A.com, the American Qualifiers. We got a matchup for you. Sciencey stuff, also known as Team SENS, going toe-to-toe with Team Leviathan, formerly known as Flipside Tactics NA. They have dropped their sponsor, but they're not dropping games, that's for sure. They are on a roll. They took a very promising game number 1 on the back of a nice, strong foundation of a PA synergized together with your Ancient Apparition, Chilling Touch, a Magnus to set up with the extra bit of empowerment plus the RPs. It just all worked out very nicely for them. Beyond the Summit, bringing you the coverage, of course. I'm Coddle Guy. And joining me back again, it's Mr. F4L. Sir, what a great performance from Leviathan. Are you a bit nervous now for Team Sciencey stuff here? They got to bounce back pretty hard to stay in this game.
Yep. They just got to forget what happened last game. It looks like they're going with the same game plan, though. They, first pick Razor into Terrorblade. Or did... They had who had first pick last game?
First pick
Sciencey
was
stuff, right?
Sciencey stuff, yes.
Okay.
They used it
So
on
they first
Silencer
picked
last
Silencer.
time.
I wonder if they're going to go back with the Silencer, if they're really confident with these heroes, or if they're going to go for something different.
If I remember correctly, the last series, they did the Silencer in the first game, and then they did Ember, right? It was Ember in the hands of Ziz, and he was getting kills all over the place. In fact, so quickly in the side lanes, I couldn't even catch up with my camera. Now, I know my camera can be a bit finicky, but man, he was taking people down quick. So that might be something they fall back on next, as they had proven to not be as effective we've seen in the past. I don't know if that's a testament to them getting caught off guard or just the Ancient Apparition grab made his mech useless. But hey, well, there's our answer. You know, they're adamant about being able to come back strong here. They go with the same 1-2 punch Terrorblade Silencer combo and Team Leviathan. They get a Razor again. I mean, are we just going to see a bit of a grudge rematch? Could be potential. No, Brew. There's a change-up.
Brewmaster.
Radiant
Silencer does really well against Brewmaster mid lane. I think it's like a terrible matchup for Brew.
So why? Because I'm curious, and I'm not like I know any better. I don't play a whole lot of mid-game. But what makes Silencer do so much better against the likes of a Brew?
Well, I think all of Brewmaster's mana costs are really high. And his mana pool isn't very large, so when he uses Curse of the Silent, it's just going to destroy Brewmaster's mana pool. And then he's not going to be able to clap for creeps, he's not going to be able to clap for harassment, and then he's just going to get harassed by this range hero. I mean, it's not completely terrible. Like, when I say bad, I mean bad in like Brewmaster standards, which this hero goes even with nearly almost every hero in the game, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the top 2, maybe 3 mid laners in the patch right now, so I back you up on that one. It makes it tricky, even opponents having to change up their builds just a bit, getting hold of MKBs to get a hold of the guy, and just so much utility. He's hard to bring down because of Primal Split, so it adds a little more pressure for the opponents to try to take it to him and gank him out early before he gets to that level 6. The same way you want to jump maybe on like a Storm Spirit or what have you. And the funny thing is Leviathan, even though they already see Terrorblade's been picked up, they got to know that's Inkdota's hero, but they still ban Meepo anyways, as if they might just play an audible and have someone else play Terrorblade and get a hold of an Inkdota Meepo if possible, but we have yet to see it.
Almost no one picks Meepo anymore. Like in this new patch, I think people are... they don't like this Meepo hero anymore because before it used to just be you snowball with Meepo and then you finish the game because he's like level 25, he's got like 4 items, and then people just aren't ready to fight against that, right? Because he gets so far ahead. But now in this patch, if you kill that Meepo one time, like seriously, like one time when he gets like really high level and high gold count, like your game can just like just fall apart.
A complete 180. He hands over so much because typically he's the hero that's so far ahead. So I agree with you on that. But
yeah, he's going to be like 5 to 10 levels ahead sometimes in the game. Like if you're behind, you know.
Well, we're not going to see it now. I haven't seen it nearly as much as, there was a point at the back end of the previous 6.81 where teams are like, okay, we're actually going to bring it into our rotation. Like, we can make it work. But as of recent, not too much. Maybe here and there, like Team Tinker will throw it into the hands of Sing, or, you know, I know, what was it? There was another matchup recently.
I've seen 2 games where it's been played.
Yeah.
God played it against Team Tinker. That was the other time I saw it.
And it, you know, it wasn't like the end-all reason why they managed to pull the one out.
I don't even think Meepo did much that game.
Yeah.
They actually just won because I think they got outplayed and outdrafted, but that's a discussion for a different time. So we've got the THD pick. Looks like they're just going for the same heroes.
Well, no, Jakiro was on the other
THD
team.
was on Leviathan, sorry. I'm getting confused.
But same heroes, so your point is got some truth to it. There's same heroes in the game, but yeah, Science stuff get it for themselves, so maybe they now add a little extra of that pushing flavor already with Terrorblade. Now Jakiro, maybe they can get something...
Jakiro's an interesting hero this patch. I'm kind of torn on if this hero is like as good as it was last patch. I mean, last patch, towards the end...
team pick.
THD wasn't really picked at TI, but after TI, people really started discovering this hero and seeing, you know, its potential with this liquid fire and just all the AoE damage it can do. And I think EG pretty much started the THD train. Oh, and VP, right?
Yeah. Well, people were even using him as a core, too.
Yeah, the core. Okay, and it was really strong last patch because you amass all this gold from just getting all the towers. And then the hero is actually really strong in teamfights if you're
10
ahead.
seconds remaining.
Now, if you're behind, this hero doesn't function quite so well.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. This patch, I don't feel that this hero is as strong as it was last patch.
It's a bit iffy. You know, it really puts pressure on what kind of synergy they're going to do it. I mean, the fail-safe is, you know, you put him into a push lineup and Liquid Fire will go to work. But we see him sometimes, as I said in the last game, put him with a Faceless Void, put him with some reasonable lockdown, and you can get optimal output damage with your Macro Pyre and a follow-up, you know, lockdown with your Ice Path, and that could do heavy amounts of damage. But look at this. The
Shadow
Swag Fiend. This guy's... He looks like a badass, and it's been a hot and cold performance, I'd say, thus far from the teams that have picked him up here. But
they have no
Silencer
stuns.
Already grabbed.
5
I don't even know
seconds
how they're going to
remaining.
lane him. They might not put him in the mid. They might shift him over to like a safe lane. No, they can't do that either. This is going to be a support Silencer, I think, this time.
Yep. Support Silencer. Pretty much guaranteed at this point, I think.
So they're changing it up, even though you were talking about how Silencer has a strong matchup against Brew. It's going to be a Shadow Fiend potentially against a Brew, as they call an audible here, trying to maybe take Leviathan out of their element. And, you know, Leviathan had grabbed up the Disruptor. Was it this team that played Disruptor both games last series? That was like, oh, they're kind of like their Whitebeard kind of a thing, you know? And they
were doing it very strangely. Like, they had like a Disruptor Lina tri-lane with no setup.
Too.
Yeah, it was aggressive. I mean, it ended up working out for them, but I think it was more opponents misplaying than this actual strength of the lane. But
so they might do it again. Put Disruptor.
Could be a Lina pickup again.
And yeah, could be a
Dire team pick.
That's a lot of lockdown if they get it off, and kinetic field follow up, and things are going to be rough here if it is going to be a Terrorblade on the other side.
Need a space creator. They need like a Bat Rider or something. They really need something that can just create space for these heroes. Like, who can make space? They can push. The only way they make space right now is if they, you know, split push. With the Jakiro can pressure towers, Terrorblade can pressure towers, SF can like push waves and pressure towers.
Yeah, but
they have no catch.
5 seconds remaining.
No
lockdown, stuns,
no really
like
AoE. I mean, the Jakiro, you know, it has some good spells, but if you're getting like ran at, I mean, this hero does not function very well.
So you need reasonable lockdown in an offlaner. Tidehunter was already banned out there at the end.
Yeah.
Centaur's out. Earthshaker's even out. Bat Rider is in the pool. You know,
I think Bat Rider's the best hero right now for them.
You're committing his ultimate to get any sort of reasonable lockdown, but I think that at this point it might be better than
10
nothing.
seconds
and something they could consider going for. No.
Elder Titan.
Elder Titan.
Wow.
Radiant team
The greed
pick.
is real.
It's very greedy. But Natty Order,
I mean,
man.
they have... This safe lane has to do work, that's all I'm going to say. Because, I mean, if they don't get a lot of pressure and a lot of farm in the safe lane, they're going to have a tough time. If they fall behind this game, I just don't see it. It's going to be the same story as last game.
Now, this is under the assumption, though, what if Sciencey stuff don't go with the Terrorblade safe lane role, and maybe they go with an aggressive setup? Maybe put Terror, Silencer, and Jakiro towards the bottom and have Elder Titan do a solo safe lane? Do you think that would put a wrench into the whole thing? Maybe they're anticipating that they know that one of the weaknesses to Terrorblade is, you know, they might be expecting that Terrorblade will be going against an aggressive, tri-lane?
I think it depends what the last hero pick is for Leviathan. I think they could dodge the tri-lane, and do like a dual lane setup, but I mean, it just depends on what Leviathan's last hero is. I do think, though, that if they're safe lane and Leviathan aggressive against them, Silencer is very good against aggressive tri-lanes if you're able to get Curse of the Silent on multiple heroes. Sven's going to be able to take it off with his Warcry at level 2, but Disruptor doesn't really have any low mana cost spells that he can just cast. I mean, if he casts Kinetic Field, that's 70 mana, Lightning Storm, that's 130.
Yeah. And you need levels on the hero, too.
Oh! Pudge!
Oh, that's a Pudge. That's a Pudge. He's big. He's ugly. People love him.
Sports Sven.
Oh, my God. It is a Sports Sven.
I like this hero.
Who doesn't like this hero?
I'm not sure how good it is, but I really like this hero.
Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun, and folks, I am excited about it. This is the Summit.
They're just going to run at this Terrorblade. That's the plan, I think. They're going to aggro and just run at this Terrorblade. They're going to have the Warcry, the Glimpse back.
I love it.
I would dodge, I think. I don't know. It's going to be a rough game, I think, for them again. Now, I will say, if they can survive this laning phase without dying, and they can control, they don't lose all their towers early. I mean, their team is really strong if they can survive the early game. But it's going to be a tough one.
So we're going to have a bit of a delay here. You saw the hero pickup was getting lagging behind his Feck. Fishing calls out the pause there. They're waiting for them to get back into the game, but this is going to be exciting as the penises are being drawn on the mini-map because we're all classy here in the American Dota scene. Reminder, it's a best-of-3 series. Team Leviathan, a team formerly known as Flipside Tactics. I know some people are, where's Flipside? This is Flipside. They've dropped their sponsor. And look, Shredder, he's got the golden helmet. Was this the same team that had the Alpine as well? Yeah, it was, right? Shredder?
It was.
These guys are rich. That's where that sponsor money all went to.
Christ.
Fancy cosmetics and items here. It's not even autographed, Shredder. This guy is rich. Jesus Christ. He loves his items. He loves dressing up, and he loves showing them off. But hey, if you get back up, go for it, boy, by all means. And here we go. We're underway. Game number 2 of a best-of-3 here. It's match point. Team Leviathan. And then if they win this one, they go into the Summit America, the official tournament. And they'll be able to go toe-to-toe with some of the best in the America scene. And for Team SENS, the Science Boys, well, they need a win here to take it to a game number 3. I'll lead off your introductions. Leading out the front, it's Jenkins playing your Pudge. He even has the Dragon Claw hook, another man who's pretty wealthy. Right behind him, we got Nushem. Indeed, it is a support Sven. Sunkins playing the Disruptor. He played him quite a bit in the last series and put up some good work. Shredder sporting the golden helmed Razor. They're going aggressive. They're going right into the jungle to scout things out. And all the way back in the mid lane, it's Shibby on your Brewmaster.
I thought they were going to find the Silencer. Looks like he scurried away just in time. And on the Dire, we have Ink Dota playing the Terrorblade, hoping to have a better performance than last game.
30 seconds.
Loomdon on the Silencer support. ZYZZ or Ziz, I'm not sure exactly, playing the Shadow Fiend mid. Tempting Time on the support Jakiro, and Fact Fiction on the offlane Elder Titan.
Fact Fiction also last game would love to have a better performance. He was playing that Timber Saw, and it just really didn't contribute a whole lot. He tried to go right for an Axe, tried to get some sort of farm, some sort of potent potential there, but it wasn't. But they're
Tell me they're doing this. Are they going to try to kill them between the towers? They're going to try to kill us between the towers.
This is a trap about to be sprung here. So aggressive. They haven't leveled up anything yet except for the Stormhammer and the Rot. But Sunken is waiting.
Oh, they're baiting this.
Oh God, they're going in. But Loomdum's right there. They have supports near. Oh, they pulled the creep wave instead. This is weird. This is a bit awkward. Okay, they get the creep wave back.
I'm actually curious where the creeps are going to meet.
Way by the tower, but it's so close that the tower is actually doing damage, so this is going to push forward. But it allows Ziz to get the early CS and the little extra EXP boost ahead of time, so we'll see how he likes to take advantage of that one. But yeah, back to go on the bottom. Shredder's waiting with his Invis rune on the Razor. In fact, Vision's going to see him now, so he's going to see his one-on-one matchup. And yep, it is an aggressive tri-lane with your Pudge, with your Disruptor, and with your Sven, looking to really bully back this Ink Dota Terrorblade. He's going to need some assistance. It's Loomdum nearby on the babysitting Silencer, so This is going to be quite interesting of a laning setup in this early game.
Huh. You know, I've never seen that happen before, where someone tries to gank mid between the two towers, and the enemy supports are just sitting there. I wonder if that's like happened in a game before against
Maybe a
this team.
scrim.
Like a scrim or something.
Yeah.
That's like the only explanation. I've never seen that ever. Like, that was pretty funny.
Well, they knew it. That 6th sense, I guess, working out, and it does prevent the initial gank, and what could have been a very, very unfortunate start for SENS turns out to be reasonable now. And look at this, Brew. Now he went drunken haze, and I've talked about it sometimes where it could be a valuable point in allowing, you know, now Shadow Fiend has a coin flip's chance to even get an attack off, but he got raises to work with, so he could still burst down, you know, creep waves no problem. So we'll see. As long as he doesn't expend too much mana on those drunken hazes, you know, it should be.
I'm personally not a fan.
Yeah, I think that was you I was talking about with and debating, but I guess with certain lineups it can work, with others maybe not. He's got level 1 hook, and he's thinking about seeing if he can sneak a quick one here on Ink. It's a tiny,
so
tiny
short.
range. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be rough to get. But hey, if he can get it, they can get a kill, I would imagine. So they're going to push for it. Jenkins even has, he's just like digging into a hole, trying to find that one hook spot. Look how close he's getting. He's like, don't even come close, buddy. I'll grab you with my very expensive Dragon Claw hook. You better believe it.
I was with this Pudge last pick, they actually sort of picked themselves into. They sort of put pressure on themselves. Like, they have to get things done now in this early game.
Yeah.
Like, before, I thought, you know, even if it went later, you know, they had this Razor, Panda, and if they picked another core that was strong as they go on this Pudge.
Oh, gotta be careful, because zoning kinetic field is going to keep the supports back, and they won't be able to follow it up, but...
And Ink
Dire's
actually
top
pops the
tower
meta.
is under attack.
Oh,
Not
really
the biggest of deals, though, because, you know, he's just going to CS with this now.
He's getting early CS in. He's 8-1 already. Remember last game he couldn't even get a CS until like 3-4 minutes. So he's happy with this start, and this try versus try might work out to their benefit, because like you said, the pressure's on Pudge to get something done when you pick a Pudge, and in a tri lane he's not going to be getting levels quick. He's not going to be getting that hookup to its optimal level. You need at least level 5 to get the level 3 hook, and then maybe you can get a big snag and have something going. He gets his Tranquils complete, but it's pressure on them to make something happen here. Bottom lane, we're going to see a bit of footsie here. Yeah, it's Razor.
Yeah, it's Razor. Razor against the melee. Yeah. Pretty much a guaranteed win.
ET's just going to get what he can with the Astral in the back.
Yeah.
Try to pop off a few CS. He's 6-0. Not the worst thing ever, but allowing Razor to get everything he wants, 17-7, is not good. And, well, they see... Oh, he's on the...
He's just going to go for him.
Oh, he pulls back.
Turns around.
There's a brain
Doesn't
underneath that golden helmet. Back the return here. Brew continuing to throw out the drunken haze as he bottles up, head towards the top. It's going to be the 4-minute room pop-up, and it's going to be a bounty there, and that leaves the Elder Titan with the haste. He grabs the haste. He has a bottle, but it's in his stash, so he can't use it yet, so he'll have to wait for the courier return to even get that bottle to use. And Ziz, though...
Still quiet in this top lane.
Yeah, surprisingly. They normally don't have a good setup unless he gets those levels. They're even trying to create space to allow Pudge to get a little bit of XP on its own. They're running all the way around, but I am nervous about taking my eyes off this top lane. There's just going to be one swift moment where Jenkins does get this little tiny hook off. It's level 2
hiding
now.
in this little crevice.
And he can get it.
Oh. He almost had... I think he could have had that if he didn't cancel it, actually.
They're smart, though. They're waiting, you know, above the line to not allow that puny level 2 hook to catch them. Because that would be a free kill. It would be pretty rough for them to come back. An Ice Path follow-up might help,
playing
but...
this really patiently.
Yeah, they can't...
They only need the levels. They don't actually need to get farm right now. Because if it keeps going like this, you know, they're definitely winning this trade of... I mean, this Pudge is just sitting here. He's not even CSing.
Yeah, he's...
So they're kind of like... They're farming
0-0-0.
the Sven, I think. I don't actually know what's going on anymore.
Well, he's like, I've had enough. And he's going to actually depart from the top.
So it looks like their plan with this draft was to have Pudge farm early Tranquils and then have this Sven just start farming the lane. And then have this Pudge sort of zone them off and maybe roam. Because it looks like he wanted to try to make a roam mid. As the split's going off mid lane.
Oh, yep, there they go. They go in. Brewmaster pops his ultimate. He's going to get rotation help from Loomdom. I know something's happening at the top lane as well. They get the hook. They try to go for the Jakiro. They burst him down with the Stormhammer. Falling back on this mid lane, it was Ziz to fall. Both at the same time, so... Oh, wait, we're going to caught both of those, but they get something done. both for Team Leviathan there. Even bottom lane wants to get in on some action. Razor throwing out some extra harassment on that Elder Titan, but still, after they recognize Silencer piecing out from that top, they find the opportunity to open up. They grab a hold of Jakiro there, and they finish him off. And then mid lane, there's nothing they can do to stop the Brewmaster split as Ziz steps back and ultimately does go down. Oh.
Yeah, when Panda gets level 6, you can't be near him to get clapped on.
Elder Titan also connects over to this mid lane. And they put Jakiro on bottom. So a bit of a rotation here. Jakiro's not going to be able to do much either against this Razor at this point. He's just getting a lot of farm.
This Razor had an interesting skill build. At level 6, he had 2-2-2.
Radiant's middle tower
Not really
is under
sure
attack.
why. I don't think Unstable Current. I mean, Elder Titan has no spells.
Metamorphosis dodge with the Stormhammer, but you can't dodge the Dragon Claw. A hook flies from Jenkins and grabs a hold of the precious Terrorblade, and he goes down. Nice snag there, locking him in place, and the good follow-up. The aggressive tri-lane finally gets more and more going for themselves after a bit of a slow and shaky start. Leviathan pull off ahead, 3-0.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they need to do on this lane. Need to find those kills.
And they want on the hunt. They see Ziz is missing, and they're like, well, it's a Shadow Fiend, so we ain't in lane.
Shredder gonna be able to TP out?
Oh, boy.
He TPs out in the face of 3 people. No stuns.
No stuns to stop the Razor from piecing out from that bottom lane. I was busy watching the hunt here as they were looking for Ziz. They almost found him, but they couldn't quite get it. But now they find him. They find him mid lane. There's your easy setup for a hook. No bite yet, but no necesito as they take him down. The root and the follow-up of the right click is more than enough. And, well, this is what you want your Pudge to be doing, is getting off a couple of kills. But now he might be on the back end. They do get a nice Ice Path follow-up, dual breath, but now Loomdom, big hit, that DD. No mercy for Shibby as he right-clicks down the Silencer very easily. 5-0. This is looking grim. Sends off to a rough early laning phase right now. Oh boy, that was close. Almost tried to do the clap, grab the bounty, and bottles it up and returns back to his mid lane.
Yep, and like I said, you know, this is the situation that they couldn't
Radiant's
have
bottom
happened.
tower is under attack.
You know, they
take a lot for them to... Uh-oh, this is a glimpse follow-up. If he wants it, he does. Follows it up. Kinetic field.
support.
Nope, they see the rotation, and they do the smart thing. They don't know who it is, but it's more than enough for them to just quickly pull back. Meanwhile, nearby in the jungle is Shibby. He's hunting out for some blood. He would love to be able to get this dragon, and he's not going to find it, though. Just around the corner is Ziz. How you doing, buddy? Here's a clap. Here's a split. Ziz has got to run. He gets stoned up. And this is going to take a few right clicks, but they should be able to bring him down. And also Jenkins runs into Jakiro at the same time. This could be a two-man takedown altogether. We're at Skycam right now to try to catch both. And there they go. One down. Can we get the other one? We can. Shibby, a killing spree. Same with Jenkins. Jenkins does end up falling at the end right there. I don't know how he went down. Maybe a couple hits from the tower on the way out, I imagine. No, he committed suicide. So, yeah, he probably was just really low on life. Probably would have fallen in the hands of some creeps, but big still.
Shibby really would have been kicking himself if he missed that kill. He almost missed that kill because he blocked his Fire Panda with his Earth Panda.
That would be like me playing the hero. I'd be blocking my own self, cycloning creeps, missing
His
kills.
Razor gets a solo kill on Elder Titan.
Oh boy, this is not good. We were looking to see if Team SENS would be able to really come together, shake off game number 1, and really take it to Team Leviathan in game 2, but this is a very rough start. Now passing the 5K net worth advantage for Team Leviathan. Their Pudge, level 5, close to level 6, is bloodthirsty. Meanwhile, mid lane, also bloodthirsty. Shibby, one more right click. Got him. Very easily done here. And rotation from ET, but he gets away.
What's Silencer supposed to
Radiant's
do
bottom tower is under
Nothing.
attack.
And there's no one that can help him either. Like, I mean, this THD maybe could TP or something, but
I don't know if they were banking on another Ziz Silencer
Dire's
or not to
top
change
tower
things
is
up.
under
Very
attack.
nice. Thunderstrike glimpse. Ink Dota. See ya. Bursted down. That low health pool cannot stand to a DD. Brewmaster and one swift crip. He is done for. And at the same time, Jakiro falls. He's very dissatisfied as
Dire's
he
top tower
all
is under
chats out
attack.
the dots. Pudge OP from Jenkins. A very confident Team
Limbin said
Leviathan. Oh my god, just everywhere they're finding kills. They get the one top, they take
Dire's
down the
top
tower.
tower
It's
has
12
fallen.
and 1. This is a slaughter.
Well, alright, now let's...
Oh, a hook on mid as well. Jenkins. He's found the groove, baby. He gets it done. Another
Dire's
sweet
bottom
grab.
tower is under
Ziz,
attack.
their Shadow Fiend, down again. 0 and 4. He's trying to get a mech. Only a buckler and a bottle. Elder Titan as well. Lord have mercy. Cyclone, he's done for. Down to the
There's
ground.
a Cyclone the THD.
Dire's bottom
there's your
tower
rock.
is under attack.
There it goes. Domination now for Jenkins.
Sloth alive!
I don't know. I don't know. At this point, it's just
Dire's bottom
it's so
tower
bad.
is
You're
under
already
attack.
wondering what can you do to come back.
Dire's
And
bottom
Terrorblade
tower
find the
has
opportunity to
fallen.
farm and really bring this one back. He is nowhere near even his first committed item. Oh boy, oh
Yeah.
boy.
I mean, this mostly just comes down to the draft, right? If you get behind with these kind of heroes, there is very limited options. They don't have heroes that can team fight, you know. They don't have any pick-off heroes. They were just banking on doing well in these lanes, and then, you know, if they stay even, then they're ahead because of the heroes, but just not working out for them.
Looking at the
He's going
network
for the
growth.
courier.
Dire's courier has been
Oh
killed.
my
What a
lord.
cheeky play with the
I
haste
can
string.
never catch the freaking courier caps. There's your glimpse all the way back, though. They see Chikiro here. For now,
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
dead again.
Disruptor. But here comes the Cavalry. They're moving on in. Dragging down. Take down the Twin Head. Now they go on over. They see Elder Titan. They'll get him. Loomdum as well. Still, a Silencer very, very weak. Back Fiction gets the sleep off. Loomdum ends up falling. Oh, boy. See ya. This is a slaughter. Team SENS are very, very much down at this point. 17 to 1.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Leviathan know they're well in control and they are not looking at letting up any moment. They will just
Dire's
continue
top
to
tower
be
is under
aggressive,
attack.
hanging behind enemy lines. They control the game. Oh my goodness.
So let's think about how they can come back into this game.
Well,
They need the level 6s on these heroes. Like, and then they need like an overcommitment from the Radiant into like all these AoE ultimates, the macro pyre, the
Radiant's bottom
splitter
tower
from the
is under
global
attack.
silence.
Dire's top
Yeah, but
tower
But I mean,
is under
it just might
attack.
be too late for that.
maybe you get a
They're
bunch of
so
bounty
farmed.
gold, but even then, it's now Fact Fiction. Immediately, the
Dire's
glimpses
middle tower is under
mistime
attack.
there, but
Radiant's
Luke is actually
bottom
gonna
tower
miss.
has fallen.
right behind. The sleep return also will whiff. And it's just a trade for a trade. You even hear the laugh. It's so funny when you're, even as a caster, you don't get to see them chat to their team, but I don't know if you knew this, but when you type LOL,
Oh, when you type
yeah,
LOL,
you hear the character laugh even out there. And I'm sure Tribby's still laughing as he gets down a sweet kill in mid lane. And Loomdun again, who's been struggling. 0-5 on this Silencer. Top lane, they're making it in to go. It's on Elder Titan. Just a
And I
slaughter.
honestly wouldn't be surprised if we saw the GG soon.
I mean,
I
this
mean, their
is-
tournament life's on the line, but
I know.
morale's got to be...
Oh, bottom. Ziz now caught out. Does get some aid, though, from Jakiro. They're desperately trying to make something happen, but even Sven at this point, who's a support Sven, it's looking
I
pretty
mean,
tough
he's got
right
a
here.
blinking red.
This is ridiculous. I cannot even catch up with how many times they're taking people down, one after the other, after the other, after the other. Given that SENS is just so low at this point, their death timers are just so low, they come right back in the fight to go down once more. 21 and
Dire's top
2.
tower is
The
under
dream is
attack.
alive, folks. The 32-2, I guess, if you want it.
3-2-2.
It's there. Oh, top lane.
But to dodge the stomp.
Oh, boy. Godlike already.
What's wrong?
14K net worth.
Panda had. So every time I look at
Dire's
this Panda,
top
it's got a
tower
BD
is
ring.
under attack.
Yeah, right? This is easily the third or fourth time he's been
Uh,
benefiting from that extra swole of damage. Just RNG definitely in his favor. They haven't left this top area. At least 2 or 3 of them on Leviathan haven't left it for quite a while, at least the past 5 minutes easy.
that's a lot of pings.
Yeah, it's some anger.
Bit
Mid
of
lane.
frustration.
They want
Dire's
objectives now.
middle tower is under attack.
Move on in. Razor level
Dire's
11.
structures are
Yeah, I got tired
fortified.
of killing heroes. Time
Yeah.
to kill those towers.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Drew's up here alone. Oh, but SENS doesn't have the follow-up.
Dire's
Basic
middle
goes.
tower has fallen.
Yep, they get their tier 1. Pudge might even go for a blink in the near future. That would make things even more troublesome.
Dire's middle tower is under
But
attack.
this is rough. Really, really rough. Hook's not going to be there. Just a valiant effort from your Pudge to try to catch someone. But it's looking pretty good. SENS. Looks like their Summit 2 life is near expiration, and Leviathan have just secured their way into the actual Summit America. An opportunity to go against the more upper echelon. I don't know what you'd say. Tier
Dire's
B,
middle tower is under attack.
NA,
Tier 2, I guess.
Tier 2 NA teams.
Yeah. I mean, I consider everyone not UG to be Tier 2 in NA.
I think that's pretty fair to say. But we're seeing a lot of promise from your Sneaky Nix Assassins put a pretty nice show together for the Canada Cup final. But
I mean, SNA, they won, what was it? They got 2 games off of EG for the Starlight qualifier. I mean, that was right when the patch dropped, so I don't know how much you can take from that. That was like the 6.82 craziness.
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
you know, everyone was tweeting like, oh my god, this patch, what is going on? Valve, please.
oh boy. Well, we'll see here as Leviathan look to get that much closer to the opportunity to play against those teams.
Radiant's top tower
Remember,
is
we
under
have
attack.
another best-of-3 series to follow after this one. If this one does end quick, there'll probably be a little bit of a break, but we'll be back. It's going to be Root Gaming going against Boreal Esports.
For real, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be a very nice
Dire's
matchup
middle
as
tower is under
Leviathan
attack.
would love to put a lid on this game. Maybe being able to get a couple more kills would be nice, but for Team SENS, they're going out swinging if they have to. Not looking to tap out too early as Ink Dota
Dire's
splits up with his
structures are fortified.
Terrorblade in the top lane near his most lump sum of gold, 1,500. Still trying to,
Dire's
I guess,
middle
throw together a
tower is under
reliable
attack.
Yasha, if anything. But it's rough, man.
Yep.
Dire's
down.
middle tower has fallen.
Even Disruptor's going for an Agnum Scepter.
Is this Sven going for X? Wait, what did Sven buy?
I got Blink Dagger.
Sven bought...
You got a Blink. Pudge is
Bracer.
going for Mech.
You know, I've been curious if this Sven Ags is any good or not. You know, because it seems like it could be okay on these, especially these heroes that get all their damage from stats, like a Morphling. Could you imagine a Morphling with... What does it give you? It's like 70% AoE, like God Strength, right?
80%, I think.
80?
I think
Wow.
so.
So, I mean, Morphlings walk around with like 300 base damage in the late
Yeah.
game. So you could, you
Yeah.
could get like a 600 damage Morphling or something crazy.
Absolutely. I mean, given it's
I'm
not
sure
maybe
teams
your...
might experiment with it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's not an early pickup, but in the late game, if you're running a multi-core kind of a lineup, and you have the farm to grab it even as a luxury item, it could definitely add a
Dire's
lot
top tower
to your
is
team.
under
I've heard
attack.
some like
damage.
Meepo God Strength theory crafting.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm all about. There we go, another tower
Dire's
cleanup.
top tower has
Only
fallen.
one more outer tower to stand here at the bottom for Team SENS. They're really scratching their heads as what we can do from here
Radiant's
after
middle
such a
tower is
struggling
under
start
attack.
in all lanes. Not one lane really showed a glimmer of hope for Team SENS as now they begin to break the base.
Dire's top
Oh,
tower
glimpse
is
back,
under
not going to be
attack.
on the mark. And they'll
Yep.
just slowly siege into this one. And Ziz will be able to
Radiant's
TP back.
middle tower is
Same
under
with
attack.
Ink. No more split for
Dire's
you. They
top
get a
tower
grab though
is
on the
under
dragon.
attack.
Jakiro falls. And a quick buyback. And I guess that's enough for Leviathan to kind of step back. Nope, never mind. Just as quick. He blinks in, pops out the Burrow Strike. Elder Titan gets caught out with the static field. And he should fall. Silencer down. Elder Titan down. Ink Dota, not much mana. He's Metamorphosis, but now they're looking to go. Jakiro for the second time might fall. Buyback from that Elder Titan gets him back in. This has got to be the last stand for him, though,
Radiant's middle tower
as they
is
continue
under
to fight
attack.
on forward here. At least looking to get another kill. Oh, they go for Razor. They get him down. Razor falls. No more
Radiant's
dream,
middle
kids.
tower
I'm
has
sorry.
fallen.
The dream is dead.
Dream is dead. But Leviathan's dream of moving on is still very much alive, as they still are making it work. They don't take down the tower. It's pretty low tier 3, but still
I
standing.
just noticed this Elder Titan has a phase boots.
Sure does.
That is very weird. Most people, they just have, you know, I think the Tranquil Soul Ring is like the standard build on this hero. You really need Soul Ring, although it looks like he opted for the bottle. I think Bottle is going to become really popular in offlaners. You know, there's a rune that spawns every 2 minutes.
Boy, oh boy. Sorry, I was just
In the days.
no, I was like infatuated by the Dragon Claw hook that Jenkins is using. He even has it like fully decorated with gems as well.
I know, I saw that. I actually clicked on like his thing. He's got like 5 gems in there.
He loves his pudge. Loves
Unseen
his hook.
enemies hooked.
Oh, I didn't even notice that one. Let me see.
Yeah, you can click on the different
Oh,
ones.
323. Almost the dream as well.
He had it 20 kills ago.
Oh, well.
How many kills does he have in this game? Damn, 6. What if he had 20 kills this game? That would be funny.
Oh, man. Well, for now, though, still
Looks
all
like they're gonna ward up
Leviathan.
Roshan.
They scouted
smoke.
there. Okay, it's time to do it, I think.
Having trouble
They do it,
seeing.
Rosh.
Another DD rune.
Dire's
Jesus,
bottom
guy.
tower is under attack.
Calling hacks right now on Shibby. Blue player gets blue rune.
DD Hex.
Drinks are on you.
And he just kind of dukes it out with the
Dire's
big
bottom
boy.
tower is under
This is
attack.
the best opportunity for SENS to build up their last bit of farm for what could be a final defense in the near future here. But man, what would happen if they pulled this one back out? That would be quite the upset, quite the throw, and I don't know if Leviathan would ever hear the end of it.
15,000 gold.
Use the might.
10,000 experience.
Tiger.
All the time throws out his spirit, they know what's happening. Oh, desperation hope not going to
Roshan
be there.
has
Valiant effort
fallen
though.
to the radiant.
Says Brew, gets the Aegis, blinks on out, hoping to find someone, but he doesn't.
Oh god. He misclicked.
Oh.
Good game, well played in all chat.
Oh, the manners. Unclassy. We'll see.
Ew, I'm sure it was an honest mistake.
Yeah, it was supposed to be.
It's really
It's supposed to
funny.
be his Roche timer, and accidentally put it out in
it
all
was
chat.
probably his Rosh
Dire's
timer, yeah.
bottom tower
Oh
is under
man, that's
attack.
funny. No, I think it automatically does it, right? Because your timers automatically go to ally, and
Yeah.
the other. Wait, does the other stuff? How does that even work? I don't use chat wheel. 'Cause I'm bad. I
You
don't
just
play
type it
pub.
out by hand.
I just no. Well, timers. I use the alt click thing now, but I used to type it
Dire's
by
bottom
hand.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
I always forget
The
about the
alt
alt
click
click
it,
thing.
huh?
Yeah.
It's actually so much nicer. 'Cause
Dire's
yeah.
bottom tower
I
has
hate
fallen.
chat wheel. Although I really should have a hotkey with it for it on my keyboard somewhere. I think. I don't know. That's like way too much work with console commands and whatever auto exec.
I use a little bit of auto exec. I like having the bigger minimap icons because I'm
Yeah,
old and I
I
can't
copied
see.
Ike's mics. It's like the big icons on the minimap, and then looks like we're gonna have a pause here.
Well, I think. All right. Well, I don't know. Lag formulating. Oh no, that was extremely brief pause. It looks like. And they'll get back underway here. As this has been the longest time that SENS have had to farm up. Up to this point, they had been pressured nonstop, kill after kill after kill, and it's been a bit of a lull for the past like 7 minutes maybe. That there hasn't been more of a slaughter, but as I say that, this is in the top.
Here's the BKB TP.
BKBTP playing at extra
On the
safe
bright
time.
side, they didn't know he BKB'd, so
Yeah.
that
They don't
is
know it was
good.
used. They're still sweeping through the top. They're not going to find their precious Shadow Fiend to take down. They pull on back. And
Although I'm not too sure they care that this SF has BKB anyways. I imagine they're just gonna go top anyways.
Yep. Their tower is already down pretty low here, the tier 3. Only a few more right clicks, it will fall, which would set up for an easy Rax takedown.
It's on the courier. Ags completed on the disruptor. It's in base though. That's a big item pickup.
Yeah, it is. That BKB on the Shadow Fiend is going to be pretty
Pretty much
useless
rendered
now.
useless.
Yep.
Yep. If he gets it off first.
Big stuff
Such
here.
a good item on the hero too.
Oh, it is. You managed to get it. It's huge.
It's
huge,
amazing.
huge. It's like one of the
Dire's
best.
top
AoE
tower
Doom, for
is
God's
under
sake.
attack.
So nice.
Dire's structures
Well, they
are
break the base
fortified.
now. They're looking to go in on this tower. They pull out the fortification, but Shibby's looking
Love
for
Warriors.
something else. He would love to get all the kill, but he gets caught out there with the Ice Path. Pulls out his BKB, pulls out the split.
Dire's
Razor's eating
top
big damage
tower
from
has
that
fallen.
Metamorph Illusion, though. Has to pull all the way back here. Jump in!
Dire's
One
top
slash,
tower
two
is under
slash.
attack.
See you later, Elder Titan. Oh, the hook snag on Inkdoda locks him in place and he falls. Even the Static Storm drop going to be right there, and now attention towards the racks.
Radiant's middle
Leviathan
tower is
going
under
for the
attack.
jugular here to end this one and put Team
Dire's
SENS
top
out of the
barracks
misery.
has fallen.
Uh-oh, blink in, catches on Jakiro. Usham. Locked in place, kinetic field. I don't think Jakiro's getting away from this one. Desperation, macro fire is going to be thrown out. Those racks fall, and Leviathan might consider either pulling back and not going towards another lane. Yep.
You know, it is an elimination game. I can understand them not leaving, but this one's pretty much in the bag.
Certainly is here as they double back. And really, at this point, I mean, if they want to play extra safe, I guess they can wait out for Roche and then go in once more. But we have
They
a
can
long
wait
time
for Ags
that.
on Razor, maybe. Let's see.
Got a bit of time for that, but
Yeah, they probably. I imagine they're just gonna go for another lane. I mean, that lane was so easy to get. Why wait?
I agree. Why make everyone else wait as well?
Oh, come on.
I don't mean, I know, but at this point, I mean, come on. 20K at 26 minutes in of a gold lead. XP is near
Gotta
the
get
same.
those stats.
It's just, I mean, our sure stats are gonna be like,
No team has ever
99%
come
of the
back.
time, a team this far ahead at this time wins the game. Right, K-pop in here, but they're doing everything they can. They're doing it based on pride at this point for Team SENS. The Science Boys are
Dire's middle
pulling
tower
out their
is under
beakers and
attack.
test tubes and trying everything they can and throwing it back into the enemy, trying to get them out of their laboratory of a base.
Yep.
Yep.
That's pretty much all I got for this game.
I know.
Radiant's top
We're
tower
digging
is
deep at
under
this
attack.
point. Just, I think we've theory
Radiant's
crafted enough
structures are
opportunities for
fortified.
maybe the Science kids to come back here. It would take quite the over-aggressive behavior from Leviathan to try
Radiant's
to
top tower has
allow the
fallen.
Dire to make it back here as they
Dire's
now go
bottom
in
tower
for tier
is under
3.
attack.
God's Strength going to be popped. Nice hook though, going to catch on Ink. But the turnaround Ice Path. Silence also going to be popped out. Sunder lands there on Shredder, but no, Inkdoda is still low. Your Stormhammer follow-up secures the easy kill. The hook's only going to catch on the creep. Still, though, a 1-for-1 trade, definite advantage. Leviathan, they want another. Positive earn helps Elder Titan in the meantime. The one bear, Earth Panda, get out. He gets out. They only lose one support. Terrorblade's
That's
down,
actually
though.
gonna delay the game, though.
Yeah. They're like, well,
Back to farming.
back to farm.
I bet
not quite there.
they're probably
yet.
actually just gonna wait for Roche at this point. They're gonna wait for Roche, get the Ags on Razor. It'll be much
Radiant's middle
easier with
tower
Ags
is
Razor
under
and
attack.
Aegis. So
I mean, I
probably gonna
suppose
have a
this
couple
soaks
minutes
up
of farming.
a bit of time between the games, the series, because if this
Yeah,
was to
that's
end
true.
abruptly quick, we would be waiting like an hour, I would imagine. Yeah.
it's an hour and 15 minutes, right? from now.
Yeah. So there would be a bit of an intermission if it was to end now. So at least that break of time does get filled up a bit here from Team Leviathan. And I mean, best case scenario, somehow it turns around and everyone's really like, what the hell's happening? Is SENS could make a big comeback that would probably be going in the record books at this point.
I mean, I'd love it, but I
course.
just don't see it.
And then we'd have to go to a game 3, and the next thing you know,
Game 3.
the next series has to wait.
Delayed, yeah.
That would be so funny. I don't know. To be honest with you, throughout the American Qualifier, I haven't even had to do a game 3. There's been one
Was
series
there a game 3?
that went to a game 3. I didn't
First
cast
one,
it, though.
the
It
first
was
set, right?
yesterday. The Void Boys going against Boreal.
Oh.
Yeah, they did go to game 3, but since the timing, they did overlap.
Oh, that's
I only
right.
could cast one of the
I talked
games.
to Bloody Nine, and he's like, I forget what he said about game 2.
What, did they, like, threw it away?
Something like that. You know, everyone says that when they lose, but
Of course.
know. comes with the territory.
Just like they threw away the sex last night, I'm sure.
Oh man, that was quite the game.
That was funny. I had the opportunity to jump in with Toffees because his internet wasn't working. Got to see the back end of the Cup Series last night. And some familiar faces from this same qualifier were playing in it. You were playing in that. That's right. You and Ryu and
Our
Fletcher
draft
fell
was
short.
working terrible.
It was rough.
That's all I gotta say about that game.
There was a small hope. You guys
There
almost
was.
came
I
back.
actually think we were winning at one point, and then like just slightly, and then honestly, their draft was just so much better that it was even easier to play.
They definitely had something more solidified on their side, but here we go. Here we might see the opportunity. They're not going to wait it out for Roche. Roche is about to come
They got
up.
the Ags on Razor.
But Ags, yeah, on complete on Razor might be the tool they need to just really take it home here. Is they would love
Honestly,
to
this
complete
Elder
one.
Titan hero is so annoying to push into. Like, Spirit, and then you just cast Spirit again. Like, he gets 2 Spirits on each wave, and then you have to deal with this negative aura, and then you're like spamming spells. It's just really obnoxious.
So reverse slow siege. So like take them back and away from the base. Ziz manages to put together an Ingle song on his Shadow Fiend.
I mean, they're gonna need a lot of items to come back in
Yeah.
this game.
And a lot more damage. Where's he go at? He's pushing on mid. He's got that Manta. I mean, it's not as terrible as it was, but still, I don't know if it's up to snuff to even pull this game back.
Well, they can certainly stall this game out with the Elder Titan. I mean, as long as no one gets hooked, I think they just need to go. They just need to use this Ag's ult.
Get in there, make it happen.
Mech the creep wave. Oh, it looks like they're gonna do it right now.
Radiant's
The mech
Alright,
comes
he
out on
called
top.
it. They decided to go. It should be to try to zone them back while the rest focus the the racks the tower. Nice hook, catches on Loomdon, who does get his silence off before he goes down, but he does end up falling. Ziz pops up the big dramatic looking ultimate. No one to fall yet on the side of Leviathan as they already lose
Radiant's
one.
middle tower is under attack.
Still, Shibby goes in, cleans out Ziz, finishes out the Shadow
Dire's
Fiend.
bottom barracks has
Shibby
fallen.
returns back, does use his extra bit of mobility to take down one Rax. Ink Dota right-clicking on Jenkins. They already take down Disruptor. Jenkins falls. Double kill for Ziz as he buys back and gets into the
Radiant's
fight.
middle tower is under attack.
They see their base crumble, though. Both Rax fall.
Look at that recap. Oh, they got 2,200 gold.
All right. It's 2
added
for 2 with 2
25,000
buybacks. 2.4k there on your Terror Blade.
Oh,
Nearly
man.
1k on Shadow Fiend after he did have to spend money on the buyback. Isn't the worst thing ever. And both your Jakiro and your Elder Titan pick up their 4 staffs. And it looks like we're going to get more of the same. They're going to have to pull back and wait it out a bit. Wait for the ults, wait for the cooldowns.
Right, now
maybe
they're
going
gonna
for
do
Roche.
probably. Yep.
Get that Aegis.
Doing a little ancient stack to spend. And then he's like, wait, I can't do this. Or where's he gonna go back? He can't decide. What am I doing with my life?
What am I going to do? I need to get more damage, boys. And it goes over here.
Couldn't
and
decide if he wanted to do it or not. He walked back and forth like 3 times.
All
I
right.
bet maybe his team was yelling at him, just come to Roche and end the game.
Yeah, guys. Let's get the Roche down. By then, everything will be back up and available. We can go in for the last hurrah, get a hold of Megas, and then at that point, maybe these science guys throw in the towel. For Team SENS, it's desperately farm mode. Quick, guys, get everything you can. We got one last
Oh,
defense to maybe pull it back.
I had the chat open and I clicked on a link. What a disaster. Why did I click on a link?
Nothing good comes from looking at the chat. Even the chat is like, just put them out of their misery.
Has fallen to
Please.
Radiant.
Call GG. But then watch them eat their words. Some crazy comeback happens, and
I mean, it's possible.
anything is possible.
They could throw. It would require a monumental throw from
Huge one.
Leviathan, though.
The big one. The 644. They want to
The
get this one back.
644.
Going in, but this is it.
How
Slow
many
siege in.
times are
Brew.
you gonna
He
miss?
might just go once again, blink on pass, pull out Primal Split, and try to bully back Team SENS from being a part of the defense.
Dire's middle tower
As the Eye of the
is under
Storm is
attack.
popped with the Agnum's buff. It's already going in. Same with God's Strength. No fortification. Your tier 3's going to fall.
Dire's middle barracks
They're trying to
are under
focus
attack.
down. Loomdon pops off his ultimate before he ends up living. They retreat back. 1 Rax down, 1 to go. Hook catches through, takes on Ziz, who's already BKB'd. Now he's bit. Sunken gets a double with his nice ultimate planting. And here they go for the last Rax, but Shredder falls. That's his Aegis. Sven, Jenkins, they both go down. Rax up, it's down. There's your
Dire's
Megas.
middle barracks.
Team
The
Leviathan,
Radiant
clear
now
out
have
all
mega
base
creeps.
structures that are valuable, and Mega Creeps are born. Maybe Team SENS come out on top as far as the amount of casualties, but really, after everything's been expended and their base now being overrun from Very, very swole creeps. I don't think there's any hope for them to try to push it back out.
I hope
Take
they
this game
fix
back.
SF soon. Like, his ult animation, you can't tell when he's casting ult. Like, if you looked at that last fight, after he got stunned, he just kept spamming ults, and then after he got unstunned, it cast, and then there was no animation. Like, he was just sitting there. And I've seen that happen like quite a few times, where SF's ult just has no animation when he's casting it. It's really
A
bizarre.
gift from the
I don't know.
Tempest of Battle.
But the actual animation of the ult looks so cool.
Oh yeah, I like the animation.
But yeah, I
of
can
the
agree
ults.
with it. It's not as distinct. He's not like raising his hands and shouting out. It's a bit weird. But man, he looks like a badass, so I guess that makes up for it.
Yeah, I like the model. It's pretty cool.
Well, they're farming
Not a
out
fan of the
Megas now.
animations, because the raise also looks really wonky.
Oh man, well. Shadow
Is he gonna
Static
get a
Storm
solo
on
kill?
back
Oh,
takes him
man.
down. Wow. Well, times are tough if Disruptor moves in and takes out the offlaner.
Yeah.
Right like that on his
1
own.
versus 3.
Gets it done. Now base is just going to keep getting pressured here. Leviathan. They're getting they're making him work. They're making it sweat it out to earn their spot on the Summit to America. But it's torturous
Refresher
right
on
now.
the Panda.
Double split.
Well, if they can defend this, I'll call them gods.
You heard it here first. I don't think they'll be necessary. They're starting to clean it out. Mega's just
Dire's
swarming on
middle
through.
tower is
Yeah,
under
Team
there's
Sens
no
now have to
way.
worry about just getting the crease back in
Dire's
addition to the pressure
structures
coming their
are
way. There's your
fortified.
final fortification. Lundum gets his final global silence off, but he ends up getting taken down. And at this point, you might as well just let the shrine fall and not call GGs. Pressure on Sven. Sven goes down, but so does Elder. 4 down all day, only 8 to survive. Now it's on the racks. Now it's over.
And there it is.
Woo! That took a bit of extra time,
Radiant
maybe an extra
victory.
15 minutes, but finally, it's Team Leviathan who sweep through the series 2-0, beating out Team Sens, the Science Boys, making them really work for that last win at the end. But man, they look good. Both games putting on a clinic, and they secure their spot.
You know, cool punch pickup by Leviathan, and it definitely worked out for them.
It certainly did, but we'll be back momentarily. It looks like we have about, actually, it's 5 o'clock Western time, which I guess that
Wait,
means
that's in 5 minutes. Wait, what time is it scheduled for?
6:30. So I think we actually have an hour and a half until the
Okay.
next series is slated to start. So go have a drink, go have some lunch, everyone. Check out some other streams, but you got to come back because we got another best of 3 series. We need to find out the last team that is going to make it into the Summit America. And that's going to be a matchup between Root Gaming and Boreal Esports. Should be a really tight, fun matchup. Beyond the Summit, bringing you
be
the
good.
coverage. Yeah, I agree, my friend. G2A.com sponsoring the Summit 2. I'm Coddle Guy. Catch me over on Twitter at Coddle Guy. Catch this guy over on Twitter at F4L Dota. It's been a pleasure as always. People, go away, hang out, do what you got to do, but make sure you come on back. We'll see you soon.